What's up guys, welcome back. The weather is cooling off and that can only mean one thing. Fall is on the way, also known as comfort food season. And today I'm gonna show you one of my favorite comfort food meals, chili. Now this isn't my regular chili recipe. I'm making a few modifications based on some of the recommendations I've gotten from you guys in the comments. Let's see how it turns out. But before we get into the recipe, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications as well. All right guys, meet me in the kitchen. Let's make it happen. First things first, we're gonna brown our meat. And today we're going with an equal blend of pork and beef. We got a Dutch oven set to medium high, a little avocado oil. Going in with the pork first. We're gonna brown this up nicely, get some good color and crust. And then we're gonna remove that and get the party started with all the veggies and chilies and all that good stuff. Now the key here guys, when you're browning your meat is you just wanna let the pan do its thing. So make sure that it's making maximum surface area contact with the skillet. Make sure it gets nice and brown. That's gonna add texture and flavor to your chili. So we're just gonna try to flatten it out a little bit and let it brown up nicely. Now for my pork patrol people out there, you can skip the pork and just go straight beef. You'd also use turkey, use chicken, any kind of ground meat or substitute will work fine here. But in my opinion, beef and pork make the best chili. So again guys, the key is to make sure you get some nice color and crust on your ground meat. As you can see, we've done a good job of that. We're just gonna break this up and make sure that everything is evenly cooked. And then we're gonna use our slotted spoon to remove that, leaving behind all the fat and flavor that's gonna be the foundation for our chili. All right, so for seasoning, I'm going with my hot and original AP seasoning. Feel free to use whatever your favorite all-purpose is. We have tons of seasoning going into this later, but we wanna put a little bit in on the meat right now. So those two plus a little beef bouillon is gonna kick up the beef flavor a little bit. Add a little MSG to the party as well, which is a flavor enhancer. You guys can decide if you wanna eat that or not. Some folks in the comments seem to not like it, but I think it's delicious.
And this episode is sponsored by Good Chop. They offer convenient, contact-free delivery right to your doorstep. You can order a fully customizable box, choosing from beef, chicken, seafood, and pork products that you like the most. Also, there's something for everyone. You can choose from 50+ high-quality cuts, 100% grass-fed ribeyes, flavorful T-bones, wild-caught salmon, free-range and organic chicken breasts, pork tenderloin, 100% grass-fed filet mignon, thick-cut bacon, ground pork, and organic chicken drumsticks, just to name a few. When it's time for meal prep, this is my go-to option. I love to be able to grab something fresh out of the freezer, like this salmon that I'm making today, pair it with some veggies, and you have a super healthy and flavorful lunch. And the best part about all of this is they offer a 100% money-back guarantee. Good Chop sources only the good stuff, which is why they feel confident about their 100% money-back guarantee. Love Good Chop or get your money back. So give it a try today. Go to goodchop.com/YouTube and use code MAKEITHAPPEN 120 or click the link in the caption below to get $120 off across your first 4 boxes today. That's goodchop.com/YouTube. Use the code MAKEITHAPPEN120 and get $120 off across your first 4 boxes.
So we went ahead and removed the meat from the Dutch oven. Now we're gonna get the onions, the green onions, and the jalapeno in there and start sweating them down. As you can see, we still have all that fat and flavor in the Dutch oven. In goes the veggies. Quick reminder guys that all the specific measurements and ingredients for this recipe can be found in the description box below, so don't forget to check that out. All right my friends, let's talk about secret ingredients. Today we're going with the chipotle peppers. We went ahead and blended them up in my NutriBullet that I haven't used for protein shakes lately, but it works good on the chipotle peppers. And the second secret ingredient is gonna be cocoa powder. This is something that a lot of people have raved about in my comments section under my chili recipes. So we're gonna give it a try today. So once the veggies begin to soften, we're going in with our spices. We got a tablespoon of cumin, a tablespoon of smoked paprika, of course some chili powder. Can't have chili without chili powder, right? I like to add all of these right now, that way they can get in there with that oil and fat. One of my secret ingredients in chili is just a pinch of cinnamon. Give it a try, trust me guys. You can smell it immediately. Your house is smelling fantastic. Almost starts to smell like a Mexican mole. especially after this cocoa powder gets in there. We're gonna use 3 tablespoons of this cocoa powder. 2 to 3, depending on how skeptical you are. This is not sweet, by the way, guys. It is unsweetened cocoa powder. We are gonna add some sweet to the party though, because we got a lot of spice going in here. There we go. Nice and toasty. Now it really smells like a mole. Now at this point, we're gonna deglaze the skillet with a Mexican beer. For my folks out there that are stone sober, use a little beef broth. Don't mind if I do. So just get in there and scrape the bottom, scrape the sides. Oh man, you got something special brewing right here. We're gonna bring that to a boil, let the alcohol cook out. Now before we go in with the tomato products, I'm going in with the chipotles and adobo that we blended nicely. Make sure it's nice and smooth. This is gonna add some heat. When I say some, I mean a lot. Along with some smoky flavor. I love the flavor of the chipotles and adobo. It's gonna add great flavor to your chili peppers. For the tomato products, we have 28 ounces of crushed tomatoes. And then one of my secret ingredients is a can of tomato soup. Might seem odd, but trust me, one of my favorite things to add to my chili for consistency purposes. And I just started doing it when I was young, when I first started making chili, and it stuck with me, so. All right guys, so as you can see, we have a really thick base for our chili, which is kind of how I like it. I am going to thin this out just a little bit with some beef stock. Before we do that though, I'm going in with some salt. Just a little pink Himalayan sea salt there. A little bit of my all-purpose seasoning. A little bit more beef bouillon powder. 1 cup of beef broth. And then we're gonna add our light and dark kidney beans. We went ahead and drained these. This is 1 can each. They're about 16-ounce cans roughly. Stir that in and let that simmer away until the beans start to get tender. And then we'll add our meat back to the chili and season to taste. We want this to simmer for a good hour or so though. Let those flavors really come together and marry. Or have a one-night stand for my folks that are scared of commitment. All right, so as you can imagine, this is a bit spicy, which is good for chili, but I'm gonna balance it out a bit with a few tablespoons of brown sugar and a couple tablespoons of honey. We're gonna give that a mix. We got a good simmer going right here. This is what you wanna see for an hour or two. The longer the better, really, when it comes to chili. We got some great flavor building in there. Now we're gonna go ahead and get the meat back in there. Cover it with the lid and let it roll for about an hour or so. Now that, my friends, we might gotta hit them with an early. Say it with me, guys. Looking good. Look at that. As the flavors come together, the longer it simmers. Speaking of flavor, in goes that garlic paste. Gonna mix that right on in there, and that'll be the garlic element of the chili. And this is gonna be ready to be plated up here very shortly. Let me know in the comments what your favorite chili additions are, whether it's cornbread, sour cream, cheddar cheese. Let me know what your favorite is. First chili of the season, nice mound of cheddar cheese, the way the good Lord intended. Gotta have the sour cream, guys, right off to the side there. Oh, a little bit more. Then for my spice lovers, I'm gonna go 2 little jalapenos. Then one of my favorite toppings for chili and salads and sandwiches and all types of stuff is these fried onions. Throw them right off to the back. Little salty crunch. Some texture, can't go wrong with that. And then last but not least, we're gonna hit it with some chives. And this is the part where I say, brace yourself for a trademark money shot. Say it with me, guys. Looking good. The only thing left to do is get in there for a taste test. But before we do that, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications as well. All right, guys, moment of truth, AKA my favorite part of the job. Got to get a little sour cream. Got to get a little cheese. I'm gonna skip the jalapeno, I did that for y'all. And the fried onion. Here we go.